Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, guys. I'm on my way to work. I'm going to go ahead and discuss a situation that's now become national news. Probably have an idea as far as what I'm getting ready to discuss. So let's just get out with the facts first. February. It was an incident that really didn't make national news at that time. Made a lot of local news and state news statewide in the state of Georgia. Gentleman by the name of Ahmaud Arbery, who, according to all local news reports, good guy, family, job, law-abiding citizen, unarmed, person of color, doing what he normally does every single day, along with millions of Americans across this country, regardless of. But this time, he would not be returning home. Two white guys, one a former investigator with the district attorney's office, and his son. According to police reports, they see this Mr. Arbery, this gentleman, Mr. Arbery, jogging, and for whatever reason, they thought he was going to be robbing and burglarizing some homes. So they follow him, they accost him, they shoot, and they kill him. The police make no arrests. None. And by all reports, it doesn't look like they do much of an investigation. So they pretty much just let this guy get away with murder. And then the video comes out. Video came out this week, and now it's hit national news. I've watched the video a few times. It's infuriating and it's disturbing. It's bad. So for those who haven't seen it, I wouldn't watch it in front of your kids. But if you want to see it for yourself, I recommend seeing it so you see what happens. White people, watch it. People of color have seen this story time and time again play out. They don't have to watch the video, but they know what happens. Because they live this every single damn day. They live in the fear of this every single day, no matter where you're at in the country. White people, watch it. And I want you to imagine if it was you jogging, or your children, your father, your brother, your sister, your aunt, your uncle, your niece, your nephew, your godbabies, whoever it is. Put yourself in that man's situation, out jogging. So, the video picks up. For those of you who are not going to watch it, I'm going to describe it to you. Video picks up on the dashboard, probably a cell phone setup, similar to what I have right now. So, it's facing forward. So the person probably turned it on when they saw something happening and they decided to follow it, which happens every single day. All you have to go do is social media and YouTube, and you see videos like this every day, except they don't end like this every single day. So it's following along a curved road. It's curving to the left. First thing we pick up within a couple seconds of the video starting is Mr. Arbery. He's jogging. At this point, I don't know if you want to quite call it jogging, because his body motions were very distressed. You can tell that right off the bat. A couple seconds after that, you see the pickup truck waiting for him. In the pickup truck is a man in the bed of that truck. Looks like he's got a handgun in his left hand, I believe it is. He's armed. Mr. Arbery goes around the truck to the right. And you can see it's that fight or flight moment for him. Does he try to run and escape these guys? Or does he fight for his life? Now, that point in time, you also see the gentleman. Well, not a gentleman. I'm not going to call him a gentleman. The killer is outside of the truck. He's outside the truck the entire time, waiting for this man to come up. He's got a rifle in his hand. So, at that moment, Mr. Arbery is probably thinking, you know what? They got a truck. They're both armed. I'm not going to escape them on hand. My only chance is probably to try and fight them off. Maybe they run away. I'm not going to presume to think what was going on in his mind, but I can understand, just trying to reason why he probably did what he did. Mr. Arbery then goes toward the man who was already on the ground with the rifle, and he tries to fight for the rifle, trying to fight for his life. And the man with the rifle shoots him. Mr. Arbery stumbles a couple steps and drops. At the end of the video, you can see the guy in the back of the pickup truck start to get out of the bed of the pickup truck, and at that point you can definitely see he's armed. Video ends. Now, this morning, it appears Donald Trump was interviewed on Fox News. Surprise, surprise. Donald Trump being interviewed on Fox News, that's not news. Neither is Fox News, but... So, Donald Trump was asked about it. And here's what he said. I saw the tape. It's very disturbing. I will say that looks like a really good young guy. It's a very disturbing situation to me. My heart goes out to the parents, the family, and the friends. For once, he's doing everything right so far. This is the first time I've ever seen him show empathy. He never shows empathy. What Trump goes on to say. They have a good governor in the state of Georgia, which is Governor Kemp. And he's going to be looking at it very strongly, and he's going to do what's right. They have a good governor in the state, and he's going to be looking at it very strongly, and he's going to do what's right. You know what? Kudos, Trump. You finally made the right comment. You reacted the right way. You showed empathy. You did everything to make yourself, for the first time in forever, and looking presidential. You haven't done that so far. First time. Congratulations. Now, if he had left it at that point, you know what? He's got himself a win, finally. But you know, it's never going to stop there. He can't help himself. And the Fox News anchor, they lob him up an easy slam dunk. He can continue the series of good comments and good decisions. The Fox News anchor asks, what can you do to make sure justice is done? And in traditional Fox News fashion. And what can you do to make sure justice is done and this doesn't end up in a racial situation? Normally I would say, hey, Fox News, the history of this country has been a racial situation. This sort of thing will never stop being a racial situation. It was once legal to lynch a guy because of, and it's still ingrained in the very fibers of this country, especially in the South. But they'll never get that. Fox News will never understand. So, now Trump has a very good opportunity to answer correctly, to make it 3 for 3. Let me read what he says. Justice being done is a thing that solves the problem. So far, so good. But there could be something that we didn't see on the tape. Here we go. He continues. There could be something that we didn't see on the tape. If you saw things went off tape and then back on tape, but it was a troubling. I mean, to anyone that watched it. Certainly it was a disturbing or troubling video, no question about that. And he continues to say, they have very good law enforcement in the state of Georgia, and I am sure they're going to come up with exactly what happened. It's a sad thing. I hate to see that. I'm gonna let that sink in for a minute there, if you caught it. He did. It's not coronavirus, stop it. He did what he always does when it comes to trying to save these races. Yet again. He went, but the tape went in and out. The tape did not go in and out. The tape was clear. Man was jogging. Man was trying to get away from these guys. These two men were waiting for him. The driver of the truck was out of the truck with a rifle, waiting for him. The man in the bed of the pickup truck with a handgun was waiting for him. There is nothing that changes it. Here are the facts of the case. This man did everything that he normally does. He's not a criminal. He pays his taxes for as far as we know. He's got a family. He works. He goes and he jogs every single day according to his family to stay healthy. This is what this man does according to police reports. And when they asked these two guys what happened, they stated they believed he was a burglar. How? This case shares a lot of eerie similarities to the Trayvon Martin case. What happened in the Trayvon Martin case? A young African-American kid went to the store, bought himself some Skittles and Arizona iced tea. On his way back, an armed idiot who thinking he was the freaking police decided he would take it upon himself, followed Trayvon Martin, and ultimately killed him. History is repeating itself. Another situation yet again. Keep in mind, for this case, for the police to do anything, it took the video being released and national outrage. Had it been a person of color hunting down a white man or white woman, and they shoot him in the same situation, you flip it. The jogger's white. The killers are people of color. How soon do you think those people are going to be arrested? Those two guys were free for 75 days until they finally were arrested yesterday. Why did it take 75 days? Why? They were armed. Mr. Arbery was not. Well, let me just answer the question I just asked. This is the reason. There is a comedian, legendary comedian, Paul Mooney. There is a phrase that he uses. And I'm going to answer that also. Answer my question with the phrase that he uses. Because they had the complexion for the protection of the collection. And I can't disagree with him. Had the shooters been African American or a person of color, Latino, whatever, not only would they have been arrested, the trial would probably be going right now. And it would have made national news. They would have already been arrested and gone to court. It wouldn't have taken national outcry for this to be what it is, for them to get arrested. It wouldn't have had to go down this way. It just wouldn't. This is sad. It is very sad. Then Donald Trump, with his first two parts of the conversation, of his answers, he hit a home run with his answers. He answered correctly. He answered everything right. He just should have left it there. But he could not help himself. Now, Bill, what do you mean? He did the same defense that conservative outlets always provide for the white shooters. Well, we don't know what happened before the video started. We don't know what happened with this. We don't know what happened with that. We do know what happened. Those two guys racially profiled Mr. Arbery. They hunted him down and they killed Mr. Arbery like he was a dog. And the police didn't see fit to try and investigate any further. They just didn't. The only reason why the state of Georgia and the district attorney's office is reacting and putting these people under arrest is because it made national news. The only reason. Now, for those of you saying, well, oh, it's good, they finally made the arrest, Yeah. But people of color, they already know what's about to happen. And anybody who's seen it time and again, they know. These guys, one of two things is going to happen here. The first one is what almost never happens. These two guys will get found guilty of murder, and they'll go away for life. It really doesn't happen that way. There's maybe one case like that made the national news where the shooter got off, where the shooter actually got what he deserved. What's more likely to happen is this. They're going to convene a grand jury. What happens in a large majority of these cases, instead of murder, they'll go to manslaughter or some mess like that, and essentially they'll only get a couple years in jail for what they did. In other cases, the grand jury will do the right thing, and they will go ahead and indict them for murder. What happens further from there? More often than not, the white shooters get off. I'm praying and I'm hoping justice will be done. And justice needs to be that both these guys need to go away for life. Now, white people, I'm talking to you now. For all of you that believe, well, this keeps happening, so he must have done something to trigger this. He must have done something. The only thing he did was jog while black. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. He was jogging while black. Well, Theo, now you're making this a racial thing. But newsflash, this has always been a racial thing. They hunted him down because of the color of his skin. They wouldn't have done it to a white person. Not in a million years would they do that to a white person. Me, my sisters, my brother, all of their children, all my nieces and nephews, they will never have to worry about going out and being shot and killed by some random white guy thinking that they're doing something criminal. They will never be pulled over by the police because, oh, they look suspicious. They will never have a George Zimmerman hunt them down. Oh, they're just in the wrong neighborhood. He don't belong in this neighborhood. White people of color fear this every single day. Not only for themselves, but for their children. We don't have to have a discussion with our children or nieces or nephews about, hey, be careful when you're going out. Be careful. Don't have too many heads in your car. Try and be very respectful to the police. Do everything they ask so they don't kill you. Me? When I get pulled over, I don't have to worry about the police shooting and killing me. For my friends who are people of color, I worry for them every single dang day that they walk out of their house. I don't know if some crazy racist idiot, whether they're wearing a badge or not, is going to think that they're some sort of criminal, and they're going to be afraid of them, and then they're going to shoot them. White people, we don't have that worry. We don't have to worry about that. And white people, this isn't a racial thing. It isn't a political thing. This is reality. We have to wake up and realize that our brothers and sisters are being killed and gunned down every single dang day. We have to stand up for them. It isn't enough that we say, oh my God, that was horrifying. Oh my God. Oh, I could never see that happening to me. Of course, it's not going to happen to you. The complexion for the collection for the complexion for the protection of the collection. Paul Mooney said it best. We don't have to do the things that African American parents, people of color, have to go through, the Latinos. No, while I'm half Mexican, I really don't look it. People don't, when they look at me, they see a white guy. Officer sees me, they see a white guy. A guy from the Ku Klux Klan with their hood on sees me, he sees a white guy. I'm never going to get that reaction. If I go jogging, they're not going to see, oh my God, he must be burglarizing. They're like, oh my God, what the hell's he doing? He's too big to be doing that. And this sort of thing is why Black Lives Matter exists. Because for people like these two guys in Georgia, they don't. They really don't. Mr. Arbery's life did not matter to them. They saw a black man jogging and assumed he must have been a criminal. Assumed that whatever he was doing was not going to be lawful. And they took the law into their own hands. They had ample opportunity. If they suspected that he was going to be doing something that was not lawful, they had every opportunity to call 911 and let the police handle it. And they did not. Mr. Arbery did nothing that warranted his death. He did not need to be dead. By all rights, he should be standing here, doing what he normally does, getting ready for work, or going out for his jog, while having to worry about some crazy white person trying to come shoot him and kill him. White people, we need to open up our eyes. Open it wide to the realities of what this world is. Now, some of you will not. Some of you will call me a race baiter. I'm just putting the truth out there. Go look at it. Go watch the video. And if that video does not horrify you, if that video doesn't get you angry, if that video does not make you sick, then there's something wrong with you. You're a racist. Going back to Donald Trump, he's always playing, and he did what he normally does as well. I want to finish on that thought. He did what he always does. The both sides game. He will always find a way to stand up for the racists. Did it with Charlottesville. But there were good people on both sides. Both sides, I tell you. He did it again with those armed militias, with the swastika flags, the Confederate flags that were protesting inside the state capitol in Michigan. What was it, 2 weeks ago? But those were some good people. And he's doing it again. Trying to provide an out for somebody who... two people who really should be rotting at the bottom of a jail. And what will happen is Fox News will find a way to defend the guy. Those two guys. They'll defend Trump's both sides comment, like they always do. This is just reality. This is just what's about to happen. Fox News and conservative outlets will find a way to demonize Mr. Arbery. I guarantee you it. They'll look through any possible photos and find the photo that makes him look scary to white people. Like, oh my God, he looks like a thug. That's why they killed him. No. I don't care if he looked like a complete thug running down the street with his pants around his ankles, a do-rag on his head, a blunt out of his mouth. I don't care what if he looked like the most criminal thing to a racist white person out there. Don't care. He was unarmed and didn't deserve to die. And what's about to happen is my conservative friends, or the few that I have left, they'll find a way to defend. And some of you will celebrate if these men either get found not guilty or overall are not charged. or they find a way to not be in jail for life, y'all will celebrate. How do I know that y'all will do that? Because I've seen y'all do it. I'm hoping that these men wind up at the bottom of the jail. They stay there for the rest of their lives. But white people, we need to open up our eyes ourselves and realize that our brothers and sisters are under attack, and they've been under attack since they were brought here in chains. Wake up.